That's not another secret door there, is it? Special door. No. Ooh.
Watch your steps. Some of the steps are broken.
Yeah, be careful, guys. Some of these steps are messed up. Oh, this is new. Oh.
It's a shortcut.
Yeah. Did somebody just came through here a little bit ago? I saw the light. Hey, there's a hibachi in here. Or a mini grill.
Yeah, I remember that.
I know, right?
Well, if they're walking through them, I'm assuming they. I wouldn't.
Oh, the gate's open.
We're trying to get us from here.
Which direction?
Your voices.
That's the nursery. Let's go this way. Watch your heads.
I'm really hit my head after all that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my way to the nursery.
I did that, buddy.
Keep going.
Good luck in there.
No, I think wrong way. They boarded it up.
Shit.
Back that way.
Turn around. Reverse.
They've changed stuff up again.
Yeah, everything's boarded up. Can I come in through here?
Ah, there we go.
Go through this way.
Just not that way.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That does look kind of real, doesn't it?
Oh, dear God.
Watch your step. Down one side.
Thanks for telling us, Felix.
It's the fun house today.
I bet that scared the shit out of the other groups.
Please don't tell me it's this corridor. Too claustrophobic.
No idea. We'll wait for Felix.
Yeah.
That's great. My heart got pumping. Oh, I'm trying to show
Lisa.
Yes.
Keep going.
You have that in common.
I have no idea.
Where's he at?
He's back that way.
He's not showing who he's at. There's another group. There's chairs here. There's some chairs here. I don't know if this is where we're going. Don't want to go too far. I hear another group over here somewhere.
I'm trying to count.
We're waiting on you, Felix.
People can't go this way. We're just stay right around here.
Oh, I guess
There's some
this is-
chairs over here, right here? Yeah. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Go on. I there's chairs in there. Here we go. All right. Gotta be a big one.
Well, at least it's not wet in here like the other ones.
Yeah, that's true. All right. gonna sit down?
We might give Grant a second time. Grant's gonna come through.
Sweet.
So this is labor and delivery in here. We have had babies crying here and in the nursery. So I believe that the baby's crying could be residual.
The babies won't be in this anyway.
You know, it could be residual or babies that are stuck here. I don't know. Bad thing about babies crying is you can't communicate with them.
Right.
You know, so you can't tell if it's an intelligent or if it's residual. That's the only hard part. So the hardest part about when it comes to babies. What's that?
In case there's anybody else.
Periscope 360.
Oh, okay.
In case there's anybody else besides babies.
Oh, there's more. I mean, we get all kinds of stuff. Hey, we've had some good activity, guys.
Yeah,
You know, in the.
Did somebody just whoop?
I said, yeah.
I heard a whoop. It's like whoop.
No,
No,
no, I didn't hear that.
might be my zip.
On her bag.
Hers.
She's got a zip fasten on her.
Ah, that might be
Do
it.
that, test it.
It's just like, let me finish.
Is that
Was
it?
it
What's that minute?
I thought I heard something too, but I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was somebody moving.
It could have been that.
No?
No, it wasn't that.
All right.
Are we hearing the other group or is it you guys?
I'm just trying to find my K2 and then I'll be quiet. I found it. I'm gonna be quiet.
Ah,
I didn't say you gotta be quiet. I was just trying to find out what we were hearing.
It was me.
Okay, that's all. That fart was you? We heard a fart. That was you?
You know, it's just a ghost at your dinner.
oh, that's a question I should ask Grant. They had some fan mail back during an episode of Ghost Hunters, back in the day when it was still the original cast, and they got a question: do ghosts fart?
I don't think they fart because they can't physically, you know, they don't have,
A sphincter.
but they can fake it.
Yeah.
Just like I mean, I got one of the wildest growls. I've played it for you guys, haven't I?
Yeah.
I got it. Will was with me. Amy was with me. Shane and Lisa were with me. It was the wildest growl. It was right behind my head, guys. I felt the vibration of it, the reverberation. I would love to hear that again. It was the coolest thing. Now imagine this in the back of your head.
For the shadow man's been seen up here, are you here?
And that was Will. Oh, that's crazy. Did you hear the growl?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You saying hello?
So it set that off?
No, it shouldn't have set that off. That's a perimeter thing. The radio will set it off, but not the phone. Somebody here? Let me play it again, see if it's a coincidence or...
For the shadow man's been seen up here, are you here?
Okay, two's going.
Are you crazy?
Sounds like one.
Was
hell
that
of a
cool?
growl.
But that also didn't go off that time.
No.
No, but my K2 jumped.
So I wonder. Somebody come through here? Were you interested in the growl?
I just heard something.
Me too,
Yeah,
but
what was that?
Yeah.
Was anybody in the hallway there?
Sounded like it came from over there in the corner.
I heard it's in the right.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, did you see that
I
light?
just heard it again.
Did you see that light that just popped through? Did
Where?
somebody move a watch or something?
It could be my watch.
His watch goes off.
Not always.
No, I saw it. No, it wasn't that. It came like this way over.
It wasn't that long.
Are you coming to play with the equipment?
I just heard it again.
Touch it again.
What was that? Did
I
you
was
hear that?
laughing next door.
Oh.
The other one lights up too, that's fun.
Did you like the growl? Is that what it is? Can you growl like that? I think it was really cool. Was that one of you?
Yes,
Good enough.
Chairman.
Okay.
Oh.
Would you like to try it? Was that you?
Yep.
Okay. I heard footsteps. Did anybody hear that?
Yep.
I just felt a cold spot brushing on my hand.
You coming closer to the lights?
I used to go a lot to another hospital, and that's where I got that growl. It was pretty interesting. I would love to hear that again. What was that?
My stomach. It's hereditary.
You need more hot dogs?
I didn't, that's my problem.
Was that somebody?
That was me.
Okay.
Did you hear that? Like,
I just swallowed.
No.
it was
Let me
like
see
somebody.
it.
That time it was me. It was like somebody sighed or hissed or something like that.
We hear
You
you.
recording? Okay.
That's my fault.
Really?
Sorry.
Felix,
What?
something just moved behind me in here.
Oh, cool.
Did you hear that?
No, somebody was messing with a water bottle over here.
I'll put it down.
I reckon he's the evil doppelganger. I feel it, isn't
No, I like to pick on people.
And he'd
I'm really mean like that. I like to pick on people.
Howard
he'd
used to it.
disappear when the real one turns up.
Yeah. There you go.
Don't touch me.
No, I heard like cracking behind me. Like somebody.
That was me.
Really?
Yep.
It's okay, you can come and I won't come near you. You could just come and touch my device right here on the other chair.
Touch your hair.
Oh, you can pull my hair, touch my hair.
Doesn't he have pretty hair?
Oh, thank you. Are you sure you're talking to me?
I'm trying to get the ghost.
Pull her hair real hard.
Is that you breathing?
No.
Anybody breathe? Well, we're all breathing. We're all breathing.
Did I breathe?
I heard it.
Is that a trick question?
No, I heard,
Yeah.
listen, I heard,
Yeah, it's right here.
I heard that too.
Really nearby. I thought it was, I could have sworn it was Julie.
I didn't yell no, but doing this
You getting bored?
Was that somebody knocking?
Yes, that's somebody over here somewhere.
Okay.
That was somebody.
That's me.
Okay.
So are we boring you?
Have any more recordings you can play? Because we got a response when you played a recording.
That was cool. Let's see what else I got on here. That's bright. Blinded by the light.
Wrapped up like a deuce.
That was me sighing.
All right. Can you whistle?
Somebody talking? Somebody whisper?
No.
I heard a whisper.
Is that me? It sounded like it.
It was seriously, I heard a whisper.
Well, a couple times over in that corner.
Didn't you hear it?
Yeah, it was just me.
That was you?
The one just now. No, it wasn't.
It was about a half a minute ago.
Like on this side, and right in that corner, yeah.
Mary Ann said it was me, I don't know.
In the side
I didn't
of
feel
my
it. I
eye.
felt the second one.
I thought I saw like a figure, like the head and the
Hot dog.
like short. Like jowl, like
Does anybody in here want a hot dog?
Was that somebody that went,
Yeah.
okay. Well, we heard hot dog, man, and we hear,
No, I didn't go, oh.
We have these lights all in this room, these little green lights, the one on the floor. Oh, that's me yawn.
I made you yawn.
Yeah, the red light on the floor, they won't hurt you. If you just get close enough to them, it'll change colors. And some of them make some pretty sounds. Can you get near one of them just to see where you're at? We're not gonna be here long, and we would really love to talk to you. We're just a bunch of friendly people that are curious to hear from you. What was that?
That was me.
Ankle.
No. No, it was something else. It was a breath or something like that. Can you make a louder sound so we can hear you? We keep hearing you, but it's really low. Can you make it louder?
That was me.
Can you knock on something like this? I just want to know that you're here with us. I'd like to play a game. What's your favorite game to play? Damn water bottle.
Get down, Julie.
Just put it down.
I'm messing with you, Dewey. You're too easy.
Picking on me. Right. I would move.
I'm breathing.
So what's your favorite game to play? Is it hide and seek? Hopscotch?
Could it be a nurse? It'd be poker. They had Texas Hold'em back then, did they?
Oh yeah,
And
it's not that old.
That periscope looked like it lit up, just barely.
It is lit.
Yeah, it was, towards them.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah. It was one bar facing, or pointing towards you two.
Was she
It was-
right?
it
Is
was-
it nurse?
It was extremely quick.
So is it a nurse in here? Would you like to touch one of us?
Is that somebody breathing?
That was me, Johnny.
Okay. We have a few people with coughs in here. Do you think they should be around the babies? I just barely hear the other group.
They're at least quieter than the last group.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
I keep feeling like little tiny, like somebody flicking their index finger and just touching my arm very lightly. Different spots.
Did you hear that?
You're breathing?
Right after I yawned.
That's what I
it
heard,
sounded-
yeah,
yeah, I heard it,
Yeah.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
very loud.
Right after I yawned, it's like, yeah.
yeah.
You're getting it too?
Yeah.
It's like
There's
so,
an-
it's like,
That was somebody over
That's
there.
him.
Yeah.
Somebody out there.
you wanna touch me, you
And
can touch
water
me
bottle.
harder. I just felt this on the back of my arm.
What'd you feel? I can't see or feel you.
I'll take a picture and send it to you.
Okay.
No, like they took their finger and went down the back of my arm.
Do you like her? Is that why you touched her?
We have somebody else getting it too. I don't know your name, I'm sorry. I can't see
Larry.
in the dark. Larry's getting it too.
You mean LaFont?
Larry, the cable guy.
No, it's LaFont. He's
It's
French.
the weirdest thing.
Francais.
You can do it harder
You got British?
so I can feel it running.
My whole left side just got really cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah, really.
Right seats with me.
Can you make us all cold? We would appreciate that. We are hot.
If you want to touch me some more, you need to touch a little harder.
Did you leave us?
I hope I didn't scare you. I just got a little startled when you touched me, but it's okay if you touch me. You can come back.
With me.
You can even touch this device over here on this chair and make it light up to make it turn red.
That's me breathing.
Very quiet now. That was you?
Yeah, it was me.
You gonna put us to sleep in here. Can you come out and get in the center of the floor? We wanna see you.
Why don't you come take my blood pressure if you're one of the nurses? I think it might be a little high.
Take it from her neck.
You might need a beta blocker. Or an IV.
Did you hear what I said?
I ignored you.
I laughed, Felix.
It's getting that late.
Yawning.
Can you still tell time? Oh, it started off pretty good and then it's like, it went away. So who scared you away?
It was probably you.
It was probably Ian.
Maybe she went on break to play poker.
Strip poker.
Maybe, as Grant suggested, these devices are just completely surrounded by people. Maybe it's intimidating.
It's true, but we can't do anything different than
No, I
him.
know.
Not in somewhere that's small, you can't. You don't want to scare you.
No, we're just sitting here, just shooting the conversation. Did you hear that?
So it's
Yeah.
No. Did everybody hear that?
I
Yeah.
went, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Was there anybody in the hallway do that?
No.
Did you hear it?
No.
Just heard
Awesome,
something.
actually.
Hey, we finally got something.
Yeah, we heard something like,
That's the second time we've gotten something similar to that.
Are you still here? We heard you. Talk to us, sweetie.
Oh, shit. What was
We know
that?
you're there. We heard you.
Something just fell on my leg.
I heard something.
Yeah, I did too.
Is there anybody in this room that you like? Oh. Huh?
Do you hear something in the hallway behind you?
Must have been a piece of
Somebody in the
tile.
hallway out there?
What was that?
That was me.
So you,
I
hmm?
had a light come on in the hallway. Did your chair make that? Did your chair scoot?
Is there
Because I heard
somebody
a.
out there?
I just kind of
What?
scooted myself back. So it might have
My
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's going on?
There's a light in the hallway and there's no one here.
What?
Yeah, there is nobody.
There's nobody over here.
There is
First I heard a click and then I asked them, did you hear something? When we all looked that way, a light came on.
Cool.
Not even sure where the light would have come from. It was kind of
This is really small for a
Kind of
little
blue.
delivery unit.
It is.
Well, there is another group down there then.
No, it's them, we're just going to it.
No, they're talking to somebody there.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, I keep seeing the light up there. It's flashing.
Or shine it the way you did. Yeah, okay, that was,
Okay.
that was your light.
We
Darn
both
it.
heard that.
too.
Yeah, I heard it
Well,
too.
that's why they were shining.
Yeah.
Huh?
Already time?
So negative, hey, did anybody just knock like real loud one time?
Negative. That was
It's
nice.
Because of the radio.
that's me.
We get all excited.
Jeez.
I know. But we heard the same thing.
I didn't hear it here, like, I didn't hear it, I turned around and like,
That's when we saw the light. But
Yeah,
that's what
it's
they
like-
actually does. It was like this click, some sort of click in the hallway.
yeah.
Who's that?
Belly, sausage roll.
Stomach. Yep, my stomach.
Did somebody just clear their throat?
Me over here.
Do you like to sing?
Did somebody say Vincent? Did somebody whisper?
Mm-mm.
Are you serious?
One of y'all didn't just whisper? Not over
I
here.
heard either fix it or Vincent. And it was a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it?
I heard a
I
whisper.
heard something.
It was a direct response.
Yeah.
So, you do like to sing?
What kind of music do you like to sing? Are we boring you?
Who's Vincent?
Is there a singer named Vincent that you like?
What'd you say, Vincent? Talk to us, please. Before we have to go.
Stomach.
Julie.
What a mess.
Is Vincent your baby's name?
Time for it. With me.
Out of groups. Time to group.
Bad time, and we're actually getting some activity in the, where we at? Nursery.
Where are we at?
Is that where we're going next?
Yep.
Cool.
Stir it up.
I'm all shook up.
That's what I like. Stir it up so we can go in there.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get, Will?
Now, we, getting some kind of, it sounds like some of it went in my stomach, but we're getting actual response to some knocks, unless you guys were knocking.
We were not.
We knocked twice.
Didn't we knock it around?
We actually get some shelter.
We went in, and all the people knocked
But
on
we
the door.
actually get responses to several knocks. So it sounded like it was close to us.
Remember the girl knocked on the door and I said that that
That's
girl
cool.
was from the street? That's all right. He picks on me the whole time.
I pick on Amy all the time too. And then she thinks I'm serious.
Oh, I didn't. No, I'm used to him. I've been with him for 40 odd years. He's been the same way. Even the girls know you.
Yeah.
My feelings are that these tacky Halloween stuff, it makes it show a lack of respect for the building.
What about calling
Speaking of the devil.
Speaking of the devil.
This is the or labor and delivery, that's what I meant, labor and delivery.
Where are these guys going? You're in our way, we gotta go that way.
I'm trying to, I'm going in there.
We're going
So you're in our way.
I was actually
Hey,
waiting
we're
for
going
you
this
to
way.
exit, I was trying to be polite and everything.
It's Felix.
Alright.
We can't go in there. Is that it?
Yeah, we're good.
Yay!
Come on. Ow, 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 ow. Come on, come on. Mona Lisa.
Chattalisa. It's the Chattalisa. Ah! Hey, that's Grant. I recognize that little wrist thing. Stay on one side, sir. There you go.
What's that?
There's mine. My camera. Must have turned it off by accident.
We'll send it over this way.
This way. I'm just enjoying it.
Oh,
Hey.
is there anybody in here? Do you like that red light? Is that why they're changing colors? Because you like it? What's that?
Somebody's stomach.
9.
Okay.
Hot dog and Coke.
Last weekend it was scary.
It was.
David Spaghetti.
Oh my God. It was
Those
bad.
garlic rolls.
It was bad.
Burn.
It's all night long.
All that scary.
People who won't leave their rooms.
Oh, I didn't want to go there.
White hallway.
Oh, the white hallway frustrated me. We're sitting there in the white hallway and we hear voices. So we thought it was pretty cool. I was like, no, wait a minute. And then all of a sudden we see flash underneath the door. So I knock on the door, no answer. I knock again, no answer. And then I see flash again. So I knock a third time. Yeah, we're in here. I said, what are you doing? We're investigating. It's like, no, you can't investigate by yourself. Not right now. You gotta stay with your group. And he opens the door. Oh, my wife is sick. And so I said, what's wrong with her? And she just kept walking. Ugh. And then we hear some chattering. The next room, some woman's talking to her husband on speakerphone.
Oh my God.
It's like, are you serious?
I'm glad we didn't go in the white hallway then.
And
What-
then,
was this the first day or the second?
it's the Saturday night.
Saturday. What is the
Ah.
white hallway?
Yeah, we didn't get to go in the white hallway, my
Room
group.
37, Sarah's room. Oh, see, now I haven't, both times I've been there, we've never been down that hall.
And then we were sitting there and somebody said, what is that noise? And the lady that was sick had gone to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
She was snoring.
And she was snoring.
Uh-huh. Sounds about right.
Oh, Chad had the best one. He was in the white hallway, and he heard. Come from the same room, so I don't think you realize that. Everybody in the hallway heard it.
I guess she really was sick.
It was.
It was a great night, though. We got some great stuff, but
Yeah, we did have some good stuff. Really?
Yeah, you almost got the crap kicked out of you in the church, Felix. He was coming after you, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
You should have seen him. He was very mad at Felix.
I made him mad. I know I made him mad. And then I turned around, and there's this dark shadow standing ready.
Yeah, he was there.
I mean, I turned on my flashlight. I go, shoot. I said, okay, it's time to go.
If he had had enough energy, he would have knocked the devil in hell right out of you.
Nah, I got too much protection.
Like in the stories,
Well,
Are you enjoying this?
enjoying in the fun.
when we went into the church, just before we were getting ready to go to break, me and this one guy were standing there looking in that, the room with the couple of rooms with the floor that's caving
Yeah.
in. We were looking in that room. There's that hole in the wall. You can just barely see the light coming from the
Yeah, somebody
outside.
shot a bullet through it.
And there's it was like it was shining on something that looked like a face. And we were looking at it for a while, and then a shadow comes flying out of the room, darts off to the right, and while I'm backing up from seeing that, the guy that's standing with me sees that face start to come at us. So we're both backing up. We almost trip and fall on each other. That was crazy too.
I had a shadow come out of that room when I was getting my REM pod out of there one time. I went to reach out, and I think it was Shane. No, it was Tim. He was in front of me, and this shadow just came. We both went backwards like this. That's creepy when they come right at you like that.
Do you like this other one up?
Crap your pants creepy, right?
No, I don't.
Just dark.
I've yet to get crap my pants creepy. I'm not gonna say it won't happen. I'm just saying. I felt the anger in that guy.
Good Lord. He was mad. Just don't
You
even want to
pissed
have
off the
before.
reverend.
Yeah, it's because I said I was gonna.
Turn it into a bar and have a bunch of hoochie mamas.
Hoochie mamas.
He did not. Oh.
Oh,
I
I see
said I
that.
bought the
He
church
was
and then I was
so
gonna
mad.
turn it into a bar and have a whole bunch of hoochie mamas. Man, he got pissed. You can feel the room got dark.
And it was
you
just,
can
oh, it was
feel
suffocating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to remember that next time I go.
Just mention hoochie mamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Felix Hoochie Mamas?
I went in there after the mini hunt by myself before 6 got scratched, and I heard a knock coming from that room, and I said, "Can you knock again?" And almost immediately I heard no, and you could even hear me like my jaw drop right after.
So is there anybody in here who wants to come and play? Did you hear that?
What it sound like?
I heard a voice, a whisper. Somebody whisper? From right here.
You gotta speak up. We can't hear you very well. What was it?
Belly.
That didn't sound like a belly to me.
That sounded like a no.
I think we're making that up now. Yeah, we'll blame everything on the belly. Yeah.
Well, kind of it is.
Well, it has to work its way somewhere else.
That's right.
It's still in the belly for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll say it was a belly. Hear the knocking?
No, that was my foot. I just,
You're stepping on the fake poo.
What was that?
I heard a
Big old
I heard,
boom.
yeah, I heard
Yeah.
it too. That was coming from that way.
Didn't they call on the radio about that before rotation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you make that a little louder?
That
Please?
was the belly that time. I heard that. Either that or it's growling.
Oh my God.
What the?
I'm so sorry. I keep turning this thing off.
Do you hear that? It sounds like. Is that your belly still?
No.
No?
She's letting him out really quietly so that we don't.
You know what they say, Felix? Silent but deadly.
Exactly.
Oh.
So if you start smelling sulfur, it ain't the devil.
That was pretty loud before. Can you make that noise again in there?
You hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh.
Guys.
Thank you.
Which one? Oh, that's Grant coming this way probably.
He was going the other way, but we were coming this way.
Somebody's coming this way. Hello?
Hi, y'all.
Who are you?
Hello?
Identify yourself.
I see a light. I see a light.
Let there be light.
No.
Hello?
The light, the light.
Come join us.
Ah, there they are.
Here, guys. Whoa.
Magical breeze right here.
No, it's not. It's nasty.
Can you say anything?
It's the poo room.
Away from the door.
This is not the poo room.
No,
Yeah, this is the poo room.
I gotta get in that back corner.
No, that's the poo corner. You seen that movie, Poo Corner? Welcome to Poo Corner. How's it going, guys? You about burned out? Welcome to the
Not yet.
stone cold reality of paranormal investigation. Get on your butt, then you watch a video of yourself sitting on the butt. You guys have any experiences tonight?
We've had a lot.
Little
Yeah?
whispers and thumps and.
No, we've heard voices and responses to our questions and all kinds of stuff.
Great. Are you learning anything? Okay, that's good. Maybe I can change that.
You saw us?
All right, sounds good.
Have you guys already investigated on me yet?
No.
Yes.
So half and half?
Half and half.
Okay, so guys, I might repeat myself. So in fact, I probably will. Because I think I've figured out what this group needs to hear. So, what you guys have set up here has kind of become the norm in paranormal investigation. And I'm sorry, this isn't meant to be bad, but it's completely wrong. Okay? And here's why, because there's a missing key piece of information that the paranormal field doesn't seem to know yet. Every time I've had great communication with an entity, I've always been able to ask, what do we look like? Or I'll ask, do we look like shadows? And the answer is,
Did you hear that?
It was my belly.
cheeseburger demon. The answer is always yes. So I have to assume that we typically look like shadows to them. Okay, the good news is we know what we look like. The bad news is we look like shadows, and that's an uphill climb when you're trying to gain their trust, right? Because that's a little intimidating. So picture this. You're walking through your house, not knowing you're dead, and you look in your living room, and there's a circle of 25 people with glowy lights in the middle of them. And they say, come on in and manipulate these lights. Are you dead? When did you die? Okay? Holy cow. Would you step into that circle of shadowy beings to manipulate their equipment? No, that's terrifying. I wouldn't do it. Now imagine if you were walking through your house again and you looked in the living room and all these black shadows were against the far wall. And right there by your feet in the doorway is a chair with all the equipment on it. And you need help. And they're like, hey, we just want to help you, you know? Can you please manipulate that equipment right by you? If you needed help, would you be more likely to engage in that situation? I would. I've got an escape route. I can get out of there. I can manipulate that equipment and keep my eye on all you people way over there. You know what I mean? This is what we need to do. Now, you all entered the room by coming through the doorway, correct? No one tried to
Yes.
walk through a wall. That's good. And it's just a sign of intelligence.
I don't know about this group, but go ahead.
Yeah. So a ghost is gonna come through the doorway, not the wall. It's gonna come through the doorway just like you did. Okay?
I'm coughing now.
Okay.
Whether that door is open or closed, that's how they're gonna enter the room. Okay, guys? The whole theory of a ghost coming through the ceiling or through the wall is from old residual hauntings of people walking where there used to be a door and there no longer is. Okay? So let's take all this information together. What's the best situation? Well, to get inside a room as far away from the door as possible, put the equipment between you and the door, as close to the door as possible. That's the most inviting, comfortable situation you can have. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right now, I guarantee you, I'm standing, she's standing in a doorway, we're in a circle of death. We got all this stuff right in the middle. I mean, come on, it's a bear trap. Look, waiting to happen, you know? I wouldn't want to enter it. So, the best way to set up your equipment is that way, if that makes sense, okay? Now, I don't fault you guys at all. It's just the way this culture has been growing, and it's going a little left of center. Now, we also want to talk to them. Now, we all came here. We're all sitting in a dark, dank building. Why are we doing this? Because in some small way or another, we believe that there could be an entity in the room with us, right? Right? I mean, that's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping that. So let's talk to them like they're actually entities in the room with us. Like, I'm not going to come up to you and say, you know, hey, did you have a beard? Hey, did you have a family? Did you work? That's weird. You don't talk to people in the past tense like they don't exist anymore. I want to say, do you have a family? You know? Do you have a beard?
Yeah.
Why do people talk in the past tense? I never understood that. And we want to talk to their time period. So we don't want to say, yo, dog, what's up? What's up, my homie? Like,
Exactly, yeah.
I'm not going to respond to that anyway. You want to say, how are you? And you really want to make sure you're very honest. I don't know why people feel they have to be dishonest or they can be dishonest with the entities. If anything, they're going to see right through it. Be very clear about why you're here. There's no shame in saying, I came here because I want to have an experience. Don't say, we came here, we're going to help you move on to the light. Bull crap, we're here for one night. It's not going to happen, man. I usually have to be at a place for 8 months before I can even think about saying that. Okay? So, be honest. Don't make promises you can't keep. Just be open and honest. So, you know, I like to give as much information as I want to get from them. I'll say, my name is Grant. I'm married, I have a lovely wife and 3 kids. And then I will ask, what is your name? Are you married? Do you have children? It's just friggin' customer service, guys. Like, it's just basic human interaction. You don't walk around and say, are you dead? What, you know? How long is God's beard? That's the one I've been using tonight. You ask these deep questions, or you talk about death, and every time I've had good communication and I ask about their death, the conversation ends immediately. I don't want that. I want it to keep going. As much as I'd like to know about their death, I avoid it because I want to keep that communication open as long as possible. So don't do that. And as soon as I've asked questions about the afterlife, like, what's heaven like? Conversation ends. I don't know if there's some unwritten law out there, but it ends. Somebody shuts down the channel, pulls the plug. Now, psychics and stuff can do that because I think they're talking to people at a different level. typically. Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Did you just give birth to a K2? Congratulations. It's a K2. Guys, cigars.
We are in the nursery.
That's the other thing, guys. I think you've noticed by now that I'm a little bit 12 years old. And the nights get. Thanks. So the nights are long, okay? And for some reason, people think that paranormal investigation has to be serious, and you have to talk about depressing stuff all the time. It has to be serious, and it's not, man. No, I don't want to sit and talk to someone who's talking about doom and gloom. I want to talk to someone who's positive. You know, you're all listening to me. You all just laugh because I said something funny. Like, that's a sign that you're paying attention. But if I was just like, oh man, all emo, you know, you're not gonna want to listen to me. You'd be like, I gotta get out of here. So keep it positive, guys. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to joke. I make jokes with the entities all the time. I did one tonight.
Actually, you got a response to it, not an
That's right.
audible one. It was like,
So I said, you know,
came from over.
I go, I have a wife and 3 kids. 2 are in college. I said, I know I don't look like someone who's old enough to have 2 kids in college. Thank you very much. And you're from the other room.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, man. That's when it happens. So when you do an EVP, ask your pointed questions in an attempt to get an answer. And it's not so much the information you're getting, but it's the fact that it is intelligently answering your question. That's all you're really going for. Then you know what type of entity it is. If I ask what's your name and I get 99.9 all rock all day, I know there's some contamination, right? So do the pointed questioning, but then move to just talking amongst yourselves, guys. That's when it jumps in. That's like we said in the Q&A, that's the real key. So have fun, enjoy your investigation, talk, laugh, tease the entities. Her boyfriend is a good investigator, and he is so good at that with the entities, man. He just teases them, and he gets great reaction because he's engaging them. You know, he's letting them know it's okay. Like, this is fun that we're here. Not an interrogation on death, dying in the afterlife. That's depressing. Anyway, just remember, they're not its, they're not monsters, they're people. I know I feel like I'm on a soapbox lecturing you guys, but it's just a big piece that is so obvious and so simple.
Bat.
It seems to be missing. So the key with the bat is don't move.
Right. It keeps shooting in my head.
Jay was terrified of bats, and every time he saw one, he'd move, and it would hit him.
They have.
Whoa! Don't
I
do
think I
that,
got that
'cause
on camera.
it'll hit you when you do that because it's using sonar.
Bats are not blind, but they do have poor eyesight.
Yeah.
So when you do move like that, it's gonna run into you.
It hits
Probably
you.
because they don't see you well enough to not.
And no one's really afraid of bats; they're afraid of
Did you hear
rabies.
that? Oh, it's a plane or a car or something.
Hey Felix, we got 2 more stops to go.
Go.
Oh.
See ya.
I think
Thanks, Grant.
Thank you, Grant. All right.
Hey, take the bat with you. Take the bat with you.
Who's over there in the doorway? Did you get hit?
No, I might have to sleep. I'm seeing them come back my face. Scared the crap out of me.
Somebody who's going to give some insight into the area. Setting spirit box. Okay.
All right. Going off of what Grant said, why don't you guys over there in the doorway move over somewhere around here, and let's pick somebody pick up the REM pod and put it over there between the doorways.
Oh, we don't want to stand in that back corner.
Don't sit in the poop,
Nope.
even if it's fake.
I'll just stand. I'm not doing that for a while.
Do you want me to pick it up? Oh, you got it?
I got one.
Oh, okay.
I got that on camera too. I hope I got
That's the
him.
second time he's done that to me tonight.
You're too easy.
I know.
That's, I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, that was good.
Now, yes, when we go to the church at the Thomas House, I get everybody close to the pulpit and I set equipment out towards the door. And we get activity. But when we have a big group and we're in a little room, it's hard to all just come to one side.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at
Oh,
that.
there we go.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you agree with me? You must agree with me on that.
Everybody, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Jim.
I'm Heidi.
Jason.
Sorry. I'm Julie, hi.
Ian.
I'm Jennifer. Marianne.
Monica, Ashley,
Tammy,
Lisa,
Michael.
Julio.
And she's Julie. What's that?
here's my chair, sorry.
Don't say sorry. Just say it was my chair. You
Here's
sure
my
it was the
So
chair.
don't be afraid. So don't be
Are
afraid.
you more comfortable speaking to us this way?
I think he needs a nurse.
Maybe.
Are you more comfortable speaking to us this way?
Or did they just pass through to go to the next room?
It could have been.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear that?
I forget.
What it sound like?
No.
Huh.
It was a loud no.
No, it sounded like no. So you didn't pass through, you're still here. Thank you. Can you say hello to us? Since we introduce ourselves to you?
Hey, Dan, you got a copy? Yes, go ahead. We'll be in there in about 10 minutes.
Go ahead.
We got one more rotation, right?
No, we're just gonna sit here, and Brent's making his way around.
Okay, but very nice. I'll remind everybody to bring chairs with us.
This is the last rotation. I'm just giving Grant a chance to make it around.
Oh, okay, great, yeah, perfect. And then when they do, have each person bring the chairs back with them.
Stand for it. I heard it again.
I did too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want us to
Did
leave?
you just say no again? Did you say no?
No.
I just heard it a third time. Over here.
Are you more comfortable now with the everybody inside the room?
That was 3 no's in a row.
What was that?
What?
Sound like another no.
No, it was me.
Oh,
That's your
okay.
Felix, sorry.
Getting a really cold draft.
Are you gonna send it to me?
That's my stomach.
I heard it.
Hot dog.
Sounded more like an SBD, though. Just saying. Do you know when you use those FLIR cameras? I saw one was pointing at a lady. Did you hear that?
That was me.
No.
No?
No.
Thumping.
I heard a thump.
Yeah, I heard a thump. If it wasn't for water bottles, we'd hear better.
This would you're at this one.
Your nickname is Water Bottles.
And they had this, the FLIR camera on a lady, and you see her wiggle a little, and then you see this poof come out of her rear end.
Oh,
Did you know Well, it's warmer, so you can actually see the puff of smoke come out of her rear end, and then she walks away. It's like, hilarious. So if there's FLIR cameras around, I'll show you a whole. We can see it.
Burn.
What was that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It sounded like creaky floor.
Are you still here? Are you still here with us? Do you want us to leave? I heard something.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
big sound?
That was the third hot dog.
No, that was a big boot. Sounded like it was in there.
Oh, but I thought I heard a response too.
Excuse me. Oh, this building's killing me.
Since we introduced ourselves, can you tell us your name?
I was just on it. I was just on it.
Bino.
What is that?
They give it another 10 minutes.
I can make some noise anytime it's ready to sleep.
Hope your little thinking.
No, that's not my radio.
Yeah.
No, it's too far away.
Hello.
Are they leaving?
Are you just passing through?
But I heard something after that. That's the question.
What was that?
Resume.
I think they heard that we were leaving.
Do you want us to leave?
Make that green light turn on again if you want us to leave.
Did you leave?
Oh.
Oh, you do
Still
want
here.
to
You do want us to leave, huh?
Are we interfering with your work?
We don't mean to.
We just want to talk to you. That's all.
That was the stomach. What was that?
That was me.
If you do want us to leave, can you make that green light light up again, please?
And make it last longer.
Do you want us to stay?
Somebody asleep.
Sound like somebody's passed out.
It's Felix.
So we're gonna be leaving. Thank you for responding to us. I'm sorry if we didn't hear everything you said.
Jason just put his hand on my knee and I didn't expect it.
I wish I had been pointing my camera in that direction.
Whew. Well, maybe.
I got the bat and you scaring her picking up the REM pod.
I do not like the bats. I don't like bats.
Hey,
I've been hit in the head quite a few times by bats.
has anybody in this room ever heard the bat story about at Paulding Jail from Felix? about Vincent.
We were there, was it last year?
Yeah, no, but I went by myself down in the basement, you know. In that jail, in the Paulding jail, they discovered these cells down in the basement, which we call the dungeon, because the floor of the cells are dirt, you know, and just rock walls. Was that you?
Yeah, Mr.
Okay. And what they used to put down there was Mexicans and blacks. So Vincent, the owner of the building, he's black, so I told him, I said, well, let's go down there. You and me, I'll speak Spanish, and you're black, well, maybe we can, you know, trigger objects. So I'm down there with him, and we're way in the back of this dungeon. And I'm doing an EVP, and you hear, and I turn on my flashlight, and there goes the bat. He goes, what was that? Now, picture this guy, he looks like a tough, you know those towers like you see outside? And even the taller ones? He climbs that tower and changes light bulbs. You know, hundreds of feet up in the air. Yeah, a little bat, he's freaking out over it. So I said, no, it was nothing, it went away. And then I hear, so I turn on the light, and here it is again. I said, no, it's okay, it went back around the corner. So then I go between the two cell blocks, you know, down the hall. He stayed way in the back, and I'm doing my AVPs, you know, speaking in Spanish, and all of a sudden I hear, I turn the light, it comes, you know, goes over my head, and I said, did you see? He was gone. I'm in this dark dungeon that gives you the creepiest feeling, and I'm by myself because he was gone. He was upstairs. If you ever go public jail, I'll introduce you to Mr. Vincent. I told him I was going to tell the world about this.
Oh yeah, Vincent, I met him.
Yeah,
He's very quiet.
Yeah.
nice guy. He's the nicest
Oh yeah.
guy.
Oh yeah.
Then I went to the basement area. I convinced him to go back down there. And we're doing it, there's a section in the front of the building that's not the cell blocks, it's like where the people who used to live, the sheriff. So it's just a basement, and we're like this, you know. I'm not hearing anything. But all of a sudden, this guy screams bloody murder. And he was gone. And he's up there, you know, and his wife asked him, well, where's Felix? He's still down there. I'm not going down there. He says this great big bat about this wide came at him and it was going for his eyes. I said, Vincent, I was looking right at you, there was no bat. Yeah, it was this big, it was going for my eyes.
See a fisherman?
Yeah. So if you ever go there, you can tell him that I told you the story of Miss Vincent and the bats.
And ask him how big the bat was.
Yeah.
Big crew.
Well, when we were there last year, remember they had to chase it and they locked it in a room by the
Yeah.
kitchen?
Uh-huh.
It got out somehow. Because they couldn't find it again.
There's more than one.
That was crazy.
Let me check the door. You don't like my story? I thought
That was a pretty funny story, I thought.
that was a pretty funny story.
I didn't think it was very funny.
You didn't think it was very funny?
No.
Fine. Hey, Darla.
You can keep it. Are you really? Just got two in a room. All the way up to yellow.
Go ahead for Darla.
Let me know when you're with your final group, Darla.
We're at the final location now. Y'all can go ahead and purchase if you want to come down or that.
10-4, thank you, man. All right, guys, break down. Make sure your guests grab the chairs.
Anything else?
Julie would pull it out and laugh hysterically.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I thought that was y'all's.
Yeah, I can't get this one to do it.
Make some chicken nuggets.
And the dog was closed. He went- he went that one out and it was closed.
For that. Yes.
I enjoyed you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Speaking of Paulding, typically Ashley will be there in September.
Cool.
September with the guys.
Cool.
And Steve.
And Steve.
We have had so much activity in that place this year.
I've been
Julio's
there
been there.
3 times.
It's pretty wild.
It's in
Have you been there,
Ohio,
Julio?
Yeah.
Paulding, Ohio.
That's like 8 hours from
2 hours and 50-something minutes from me.
Jeez.
We're gonna
Yeah.
fly into Cleveland and go to the
Like 9
Rock
hours
Hall
for
of
me.
Fame and then go home.
Yeah,
Everywhere. is
7-hour flight for me.
Savannah, 9 hours for me.
Savannah's 10 hours for
I'd
me.
see my mom. I'm not-
That's south of Nashville.
Brenton was like flirting there.
You gonna lead us out?
Oh.
Right here. 5 hours from
I didn't try to get out of
Follow the leader. Ooh, smells like shit now. Oh yeah.
Make sure you watch your step. Please be careful when you're turning the chairs.
No, take mom. Just take it slow.
There's that one that's really bad.
Yeah, you're coming upon it.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.